Hey, it's Route 66 again as we're traveling through the book of Acts right now. We're finding out what the Apostle Paul is doing. He is in his second missionary journey, and today's reading is Acts 17, 18, and 19. So let me kind of give you a little bit of a summary of what you're going to be reading about today. Chapter 17, Paul preaches in a town called Thessalonica and also Berea. Berea received the word with eagerness and study. They searched it out by what he was saying. So sometimes you're going to have some people that are going to really listen to you, and others, not so much. He went to Athens, which Athens is a big city, and Paul addressed the philosophers on Mars Hill. And he preached a little bit different. He used the altar to the unknown God to proclaim that this unknown God, we know him. He's God. God is the only God. Some mocked him, and others believed. Chapter 18, Paul goes to Corinth, and that's where he wrote two letters to them that we have recorded in the Bible. He worked with a couple, a man and a wife, Aquila and Priscilla. They were all tent makers, so they did that together. God encouraged Paul through a vision to keep preaching. You know, I don't know that he was getting frustrated with a lack of results, but a vision told him to keep preaching. A man by the name of Apollos was a powerful preacher, received a little bit of further instructions from Aquila and Priscilla. And the gospel just continues to spread as Paul and Aquila and Priscilla and Apollos begin to take the gospel to a lot of places. Chapter 19, we find Paul in Ephesus. A revival happens. Many people are saved, and yet there is great opposition. Many turn from their witchcraft, sorcery. They burn their magic books, and that's what upset some of the people. Miracles backed up Paul's message. And so the idol makers that were losing money because of this, they started a riot because the gospel threatened their business. And Paul eventually left Ephesus after strengthening them, and he felt like he needed to get away so there'd be some protection there. So some lessons from these three chapters. One lesson, the gospel meets people where they are, intellectually, spiritually, culturally. The gospel was the same, but Paul adapted his approach to how he talked to people about the gospel. Methods can change, not the message. The message is Jesus died for your sins to accept him. And so he still preached the same gospel, but he changed his methods, and that's okay. Second lesson, discipleship does deepen ministry. Aquila and Priscilla invested in Apollos, and that caused the gospel to multiply through the area. It's good not just to win people to Jesus, but to help them to grow and mature in their faith. That's what we need. That's why Sunday school teachers are so important. That's why one-on-one discipleship is so important. That's why Sunday morning is great, but Sunday night, Wednesday night, or whenever you have church, Bible studies, help people deepen their relationship with Jesus Christ. And the third lesson in this, the gospel transforms lives. It changes people's lives. And when Christ was preached, the people that had served false gods, they no longer worship false gods. All their old habits were gone. They didn't do that. Now, obviously, some people got upset because they were losing money because they weren't selling the idols anymore. But the gospel changes lives. And it can change your life, and it can change the people's lives around you. So enjoy the reading today as you find out, as Paul continues on this journey,